Welcome back to Speculate to Accumulate. We are now on episode 25 and we are hunting a winner, aren't we? Last week we was 2 goals away from the both teams to score landing, both 1-0 games.
Both yours.
Both mine. And then we'll avert the next lot of danger to you because one game let over the over 2.5 goals accumulator. Plymouth 1-0, weren't it? So 2 goals. 2 goals on 2 different slips. Fourfold. Too many draws, weren't they?
I think so. I can't remember it.
Too many draws on that fourfold. So we're going again this week. Before we do get started, this podcast is sponsored by Faded Barbershop in Leyland in Lancashire. So if you are looking for a haircut, go and see Kane and the boys and they'll sort you out. Forward, onto the fourfold. You want me to kick things off?
Go for it.
So first pick is going to be Swindon to beat Carlisle. So it's 20th in the league in Carlisle versus top of League 2, Swindon. Carlisle have only won 1 of the previous 5 home games, and Swindon are coming into this game on the back of a big 2-1 win against other promotion hopefuls, Exeter. Swindon won the reverse fixture of this game 3-2 back in August, and despite losing their previous 2 away games, I do fancy the league leaders to be too good for Carlisle, especially with Owen Doyle back on the books, and they are 19 places ahead of Carlisle. Them 2 away games, what they lost, I'm pretty sure that's when Doyle went back to Bradford. But now they've got the big man back. So Swindon to beat Carlisle's the first pick.
The second pick is going to be Portsmouth away at Tranmere. Portsmouth have won the last 8 games across all competitions. Tranmere have lost the last 4 games across all competitions. And Portsmouth won the reverse fixture 2-0 back in August.
Lovely. Third pick is going to be Peterborough to beat Oxford. So it's 3rd versus 8th, with Peterborough being in fine form as of late, winning the previous 4 games on the bounce. Oxford have only won 1 of the previous 5 away games, which was against Wimbledon, who are literally just outside of the relegation zone in League 1. And Peterborough have won 3, drew 1 and lost 1 of the previous 5 home games, winning the previous 2 home games against other promotion hopefuls, 2 good sides as well, Rotherham and Wycombe, who were 1st and 2nd in League 1. Peterborough to beat Oxford is the 3rd pick.
And the 4th and final pick is going to be Exeter to beat Stevenage. Exeter have won both of this season's previous meetings, 1-0 away and 3-0 at home in one of the cups. It's 4th in the league versus bottom, with 32 points the difference between the sides, and Stevenage have the worst away form in the league this season.
They're shit, aren't they? Medal winner FC. How much longer is he going to get?
He's not even been there long, has he?
No. It's like his 4th time being there, Graham Wesley.
He's the one that got him up from non-league, weren't he?
Yeah. That's why he's medal winner.
So his kids call him.
That's it. So, odds? Not a clue. Oh, have you got him?
I've got him. Round about 10-1.
At 10-1. Lovely stuff. On to the both teams to score 6-fold. You can kick things off if you like.
First game on the both teams score is going to be Shrewsbury versus MK Dons. Shrewsbury have landed both teams scoring 4 of the last 5 league home games, with a clean sheet against Peterborough the only one to not land. And MK Dons have landed both teams to score in 4 of the last 5 away games, with a blank versus Burton the only one not to land. So Shrewsbury have scored in all of the last 5 and both teams scoring 4. MK Dons have conceded in all 5, both teams are scoring 4.
Nice. Second pick on the both teams to score is going to be Northampton versus Port Vale. So it's 5th versus 10th with only 7 points on 2 sides. And last weekend, both sides landed both teams to score in the games. Port Vale have scored 16 and conceded 25 in 15 away games this season. And if Port Vale can score against City at the Etihad, I'm pretty sure they can grab a goal against Northampton on a Saturday afternoon, can't they?
Yeah.
Northampton last failed to score at home in a league game on the 5th of October last year, which was a 1-0 loss against Leyton Orient. So there's some consistency that from October. It's now February, isn't it? So yeah, second game should I say, Northampton versus Port Vale.
The next game is going to be Wickham and Bristol Rovers, that is. Wickham have landed both teams scoring 4 of the last 5 home games, with a clean sheet versus Burton, the only one to not land. Bristol Rovers, on the other hand, haven't been great for both teams to score recently, but they are capable of scoring goals, as they have proved throughout this season. And I really do fancy the chances of scoring against a recently leaky Wickham defence.
Went off the boil a bit as well, Wickham. They were top at league. It looked like they were going to romp it, didn't they? I think they've not gained many points in like the past 10 games at all. So if the form's a bit patchy, then I do fancy Bristol to get a goal there. 4th pick, we're going to have Colchester versus Plymouth. So both sides have landed both teams to score 3 times in the previous 5 games. 3 out of the previous 5 games, should I say. Plymouth scored in the previous 4 away games, and Colchester have scored in 4 of the previous 5 games. 5 points and 3 league places separate the 2 sides, which should make for a pretty even game, really, down in League 2. So next pick is Colchester versus Plymouth.
The 5th pick is going to be Salford versus Crawley. Salford have landed both teams scoring 4 of the last 5 home league games, with a blank versus Exeter, who are second in the league. Are they still?
Yeah.
The only one to not come in. So they have conceded in all 5 of them home league games as well. Crawley have landed both teams scoring all 5 of their last league away games, and Crawley are one of the best in the country this season for both teams score.
Reliable, aren't they? They landed on...
I remember mentioning it one podcast earlier in the season. I think they were 15 in a row, something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 14 out of 15 games, something ridiculous. So they are consistent. Talking of consistent, both teams to score games. That's all your notes for that game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Consistent football league games. Football league teams who do land both teams to score. We're going to go with Luton versus Cardiff. So Luton have landed both teams to score in 3 of the previous 5 games, and Cardiff have landed in all of the previous 5. Despite being bottom of the league, Luton have been pretty consistent, landing both teams to score this season, and I can't see this fixture being any different. In 14 home games, Luton have scored 23 goals and conceded 24. And in 15 away games, Cardiff have scored 20 goals, conceded 31. And with them stats, it's got to be, innit? It's got to be.
You've got to fancy it, haven't you?
So, yeah. Is that... No, you've got one more pick.
No, that's it. I started that one.
So, yeah, so the final pick is Luton versus Cardiff. So both teams to score is as follows. We're going to have Northampton versus Port Vale.
Shrewsbury versus MK Dons.
Colchester versus Plymouth.
Wickham versus Bristol Rovers.
Luton versus Cardiff.
And Salford versus Crawley. It's around 28 to 1-ish.
Nice. Good odds. On to the over 2.5 goals, 4-fold. I'll kick things off. The first game we're going to have is Blackburn versus Fulham. So both sides have landed over 2.5 goals in 3 of the previous 5 league games. The reverse fixture in August finished 2-0 to Fulham, but Blackburn since have upped the form in the Championship, so I expect them to score a home goal or 2. 8 points and 7 league positions separate the 2 sides, so it's fine margins in the Championship, innit? Blackburn usually always get a home goal as well. And Fulham are just Fulham, aren't they? Mitrovic FC.
He's injured, isn't he?
He's injured.
He's been injured for weeks.
Well, he's not
Mitrovic. Unless he's back now, but...
Who's the other lad? Tom Kearney, is it?
No, who's he playing up front?
Yeah, the Scottish lad. Yeah, he's a number 10 in that, Kearney.
I can't remember who they've been playing up front.
They can score goals though, can't they?
Oh yeah, they score from everywhere, don't they? Yeah. Wingers, midfielders, even defenders score plenty there, don't they?
Yeah.
The next one on the over 2.5s is going to be Colchester versus Plymouth. Colchester have landed over 2.5 in 3 of the last 5 home games with some very impressive results. I think they beat Swindon and drew Exeter in them 5 games. Plymouth have landed over 2.5 in their last 3 away games. They've been 2-1, 3-0 and 3-1 wins. They've won the last 4, so you fancy them to score more than 1.
Yeah.
Both sides are very free scoring, and I expect plenty of goals in this one.
A lot of the same reason in that I picked them up both teams score. Last weekend we did cross contaminate our slips, didn't we? But it kept.
I think they were in by half time, weren't it, that one?
Yeah. I think they were 2-0 up, Crawley, in 8 minutes or something.
There was something going on.
I know they were 1-0. No, sorry, they were 1-0 up in 6 minutes. Yeah. The third pick on the over 2.5 goals is going to be Crewe versus Oldham. So both sides have landed twice in. They've landed over 2.5 goals twice in the previous 3 games. Oldham have conceded 24 goals in 15 away outings this season in League 2. Crewe have scored 29 goals in 15 home games this season. Put them two together, you've got a lot of goals there, haven't you? With Oldham's poor away defence and Crewe's free scoring home record, it obviously should scream goals. And Crewe sits second in the league, winning 4 out of the previous 5 home games. So I fancy a bit of a spanking here. A nice 3-1. Nice. A 2-1 would do. But I reckon
2-1, 3-0.
I reckon they're going to hit 3 or more here. Me, just Crewe alone.
The final pick on the over 2.5 Zaka is going to be Luton versus Cardiff. It's another one that's going across both slips. But Luton have landed over 2.5 in 4 of the last 5 home games, scoring 9 and conceding 9 in them 5 games. 18 goals in 5 games. That's mental.
Was that Luton?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's in the last 5 home games, 18 goals. Cardiff have landed over 2.5 in 3 of their last 5 away games, but both teams' score has landed in all 5 of those, which means if that's pretty safe, we're banking on 1 extra goal in the match.
Yeah.
Which with Luton's defence you always fancy. The reverse fixture finished 3-0 to Luton as well, I think, away at Cardiff.
Yeah. Lovely. Odds?
11 to 1.
We'll just recap them as well. The over 2.5 slip is going to be as follows. Blackburn versus Fulham.
Colchester versus Plymouth.
Crewe versus Oldham.
And Luton versus Cardiff.
So 12 to 1, did you say?
11s-ish. You'll probably get 12 with some bookies, 10s with others.
Lovely. Not bad. Not bad odds across the board this week, to be fair.
I really like the look of them this week as well.
Yeah.
Some weeks we struggle and we're like and ahhing, and then there's weeks like this and I can't see a bad bet amongst them.
No. It's a winter break as well, isn't it, for Brand?
I think there's 2 games on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, or 1 on Sunday, or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I fancy something this week as well. Quite optimistic. Last weekend I wasn't that optimistic.
Keep your stakes sensible though.
Yeah, gamble responsibly, yeah. Anybody who's waiting for episode 1 of A Sunny Beach Story as well, I've been getting inboxes on some social medias. I am currently writing it. I've not forgot about it. I know I've released the trailer and the response for the trailer has been good. So if you have left a bit of nice feedback about that, thank you. But I am currently writing the first episode. I need to get everything I did out there, especially from the first season. We're talking 9 years ago now, getting it down on paper. So hopefully it'll be out by some point this weekend, but
It's a drunken 4 months as well. You've got to try and recap what you remember.
Exactly. I can remember, I could tell you everything for that the last 3 seasons I did there, but my first season, it's remembering everything. I'll be at work and then I'll just get a memory pop into my head and I have to write it down, otherwise I forget. So yeah, more than halfway through writing the first episode. So hopefully when that does drop, you will enjoy it as well. But we'll be back next week with another round of football bets. Hopefully celebrating a winner, eh?
Yeah, hopefully we can do a giveaway.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But until next week, peace.